I'm Coulter Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
What are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
You guys never sing with me anymore.
Because you muted us.
I didn't mute you. I unmuted you before the singing commenced.
No, it still told me that I had to unmute it. So.
Wow. Wow.
Well, it didn't work, man. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
But I was singing in my head.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I almost remember all the words sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Gosh knows what else goes on inside that head.
Well, I've been eating gummies tonight, so.
Oh, I miss having gummies and stuff. Like I haven't bought any in a while.
I ate 3 of them.
I don't like buying gummies because you never know what you're gonna fucking get in them, right?
I don't like gummies because gummies are so susceptible to mold. And I actually saw on Facebook today somebody was asking how their gummies went moldy being in the fridge after 30 days.
I don't like gummies because they always get in my mouth.
If you don't eat gummies within 7 days of making them, then
you're done. Yeah, yeah.
You're open game to whatever grows on it.
And this I know a lot of people. I gotta word this so I don't insult anybody, any friends. I know a lot of people who came to the market in Hamilton, who made their own gummies, made their own chocolates, candies, whatever, and they were very diligent in the handmade stuff. Paula made handmade chocolate caramel mushroom snacks. Okay. And handmade, very careful. They didn't last long enough. Like, they didn't last more than 7 days. They were gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
They got sold. A few other friends made some things that didn't sell, and then they end up wasting all that money. I mean, it's not it's not a cheap thing to do.
No, it's not, because you're using cannabis and doesn't even matter if you're growing your own. It's still not cheap.
When you make a batch of gummies, because you make them, I don't. I will be, but I'm going to start making my own. When you make a batch of gummies, how many do you usually get out of a batch? 24, 12? What?
For me, 100.
Yeah. Okay, so to make a batch of 100 gummies, how much weed do you need? Just I'm not asking for your recipe, of course, but
10 grams?
10 grams, that's it.
Yeah.
Really? And what kind of potency?
Well, how strong do you want your gummies?
Well, that's the thing. What kind of potency are we looking at after that?
So because I make everything with oil, if I used a gram of oil on 100 gummies...
Go on your camera, please. I'm talking to a fucking scale, and I don't like it.
No, you're talking to a chunk of hash.
Okay, well, that's better, but,
The hash was talking back. I should have got a mouth to move on it or something. All right, let's do this. If you take a gram of oil that has 600 milligrams of THC in the oil, lab test it, right? So there's 60% THC.
Now, please, I want to remind everybody and any new people that are listening, that Marcel does not use cannabis to make anything other than oil.
Right.
Okay.
And hash.
Because he can't stomach it usually, even though I'm saying that as he's smoking a joint. But
no, I can smoke it, and I can smoke pot.
It's the eating thing.
I don't like the taste of pot,
yeah,
but I definitely can't eat anything with the chlorophyll in it. Right? And
so without I just said this to my buddy Dean, okay? Because a lot of people, seeds are very expensive. So when you save your seeds, if you get seeds in your bag, save them because that's a blessing. A seed in a bag is a blessing, okay?
That's
because
right.
that might be a very viable seed. It might be a hermaphrodite. But hey,
but it might be a male.
Some people like that kind of thing.
It might be a rocking female.
Exactly. So take a chance. I got a whole batch of seeds that I'm going to send him, and he won't get to be able to select his strains really because I don't even know what it is. Some purple, some this, some that. So what we're going to do this year is, and I'm going to try and do some of this too. Instead of growing strains that he wants to try and use, we're going to just make oil. So he's going to grow what he grows and make it all into oil because he's getting to the point where he's on a bottle now, an oxygen bottle now, all the time.
Yeah.
So he's getting to the point where he can't smoke anymore.
Right.
So we're going to start making oil, and because he's an amazing baker. Him and Kelly make crap all the time. But
baking with cannabis is not a good thing.
Well, and this is the thing. He's not going to bake with cannabis. He's going to make the cannabis into oil and then bake.
No.
Because
cooking cannabis is stupid. Remember that blog I wrote years ago?
Yeah, I know, but you'd rather him eat it, but he wants to eat it.
No.
Or I mean, he wants to make it into stuff.
Right. He can make it into stuff, but make it into things that don't need to be baked.
Oh, okay.
All right. Because so here's what happens. And I got a cookbook years ago and as part of a prize of winning a cup on edibles. And I read the cookbook from cover to cover. And as soon as I read it, I realized that we screwed up. We've been doing everything wrong. Cannabis decarboxylates at 221 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, right? It starts to vaporize.
People say 224. Just saying.
No. Well, but most people can't get an oven to sit at that temperature steady for that period of time.
So 221 is safe.
Right. That's the ideal temperature is 221 for 3 minutes or 30 minutes. For THC. THC starts to vaporize at 330 and up is when you start hitting the vaporization.
And this is documented.
THC.
You would know this because you've been doing your sinus chemistry fucking experiments. So.
Right. So if you have a recipe and for cookies, for example, and you bake your cookies at 350.
Yes.
That big vapor that comes open when you open the oven door
is all the weed
is going to be a large amount of THC because you've hit that vaporization point.
Yep.
So now, all your goodness.
Right. But now you have no way to accurately say how much you have per cookie because you have no idea how much you lost through vaporization. But if you turn around and you make your cookies and you make a separate icing with cannabis oil, then you know exactly how many milligrams are going to be on each cookie. Then you're guaranteed that dose, right? Okay. And that's the difference. When you're baking it, there's so many things that are beyond your control that you can't calculate. The only way is to take one of your cookies, send it to the lab, and get them to test it.
Now, question, off topic, is when you're cooking with cannabis, can you do the same things with mushrooms?
No, because mushrooms can't take high temperatures because it breaks down the psilocybin, so it won't convert into psilocin.
So you want to do non-baked things with mushrooms or sauces and things like that?
Yeah, you can hide the mushrooms in sauces like a pizza sauce that's simmering, things sauce. Like that, or a mushroom sauce.
Well, now I'm hungry.
It depends if... Let's go back to the first question because you've hit me with a lot of questions. So we'll do these all in order.
All right.
So the first question was about the doses for your candies. All right. So if you have a gram of oil and you send it, or you make a pound of oil, whatever you have, you send a gram to the lab to get a cannabinoid profile done. and it'll come back and it'll tell you exactly how much THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, whatever it is else they test for, and they'll probably give you the terpene profile as well. That's all fine and good. When you're looking for the dosages, what you're looking for is the amount of milligrams. So if your oil tests come back at 60 milligrams or 60%, that means each gram of oil would have 600 milligrams. If you have a recipe that you're going to make 100 gummies, for example, hopefully the recipe is going to give you that. You would make your 100 gummies. Each gummy is going to have 6 milligrams of THC because you use 1 gram of oil. If you want 12 milligrams, then you use 2 grams of oil, right? So you can adjust however many milligrams by however many grams of oil you put in, but you have to know what you have before you do that. Anything that you do without the lab test is just a guess. And if you're new, you can't even, and then when I say new to doing this and working with concentrates, you don't have an educated guess because the variance could be anywhere from 30% to 75%.
Okay.
If you're making shatters and resins, then you could be up to 80%.
But if you're making treats for yourself, okay, you make them the way you like them. The only thing that you want to, instead of being all, a big production of a thing, really the only thing that you want to concern yourself is what works for you. If you're making your treats, it doesn't matter what Bob down the road,
exactly.
how Bob feels about your treats. So in my case, when I make a cookie, I've been the recipe that you helped me come up with for myself, and that's what I make. I know if I eat 4 or 5 of them, I'm going to be nicely dosed, and that's what I like. Right. So you don't really need a big production. Okay, like these guys that make them professionally. You need to make what you like. You need to make the strength that you like, but you need to make it properly.
Right.
So you're not wasting.
And don't make a big batch.
That's, yes.
All right. That's key when you're starting out, especially when you're starting out and you're trying something. I mean, and I've joked about this for years that you can always eat your mistakes, but sometimes your mistakes can be pretty disgusting tasting.
I've made a few. I remember.
Right?
I remember the first cake we made. We ground up about an ounce of leaf, and I said, "Oh, we just use it as flour."
Yeah, we threw half an ounce of ground up bud on a pizza and thought that would be good.
No.
That was a waste of half an ounce of bud and pizza because it was rather disgusting.
Yeah, it would be Marcel.
And then they tried to hide it with chocolate chips on it, so that made it even worse. Let's just say I had some weird friends.
Because chocolate enhances the flavor, so you get even more.
Yeah,
flavor,
chocolate
right?
on a all works pizza is not a good combination.
No.
Chocolate only enhances cannabis edibles because of the fat content, right? Cannabis attaches to the lipids and fats. So that's what carries it through the bloodstream. So if you have a higher fat diet or a treat with a higher fat content, like my ice cream, for example, I make ice cream. And it's an infused ice cream, but it's almost 50% fat. So a little bit can go a long way, but it makes a very powerful treat.
Yes.
And a very nice trophy on the shelf.
If you want to enter stuff, sure. I mean, and speaking of entering stuff, Karma Cup's happening September. So if you got stuff, get it ready and get it out there. Because you know what? If you put your shit into the Karma Cup, a lot of people get to try your shit. Right?
Well, and speaking of cups, because we've been running a cup for a few years here as well.
What are you guys doing this year?
Well, we know we won't be having a Harvest Fest.
Why don't we do something using live or using Zoom? I mean,
that's possible, but we'd have to find out what we can do. But we're the talk is that we may possibly have a cup that'll be done in the fall. So it gives enough time for people to get entries in, because there's a lot of people.
Like Karma did last year. They didn't have the event. They just had an online thing, I think. And forgive me again for breaking in. I just want to say rest in peace, Vapor Central. I've been there many times, and it was a cool place to go. Anyways, go ahead.
So if they do have a cup, because there's a lot of interest right now, because people have been stuck home all COVID, so they're playing with recipes, and I'll tell you, in all honesty, they're coming out with some pretty friggin' good recipes.
There's going to be a lot of
it'll be interesting. I've got a funny feeling that if there is a cup, the majority is going to be in the edibles, which is great because people are understanding that cooking with concentrates isn't that hard once you figure out how to do it.
I'm seeing a lot of articles every morning about concentrates and where they're going and what's going on. You know,
it's going to be the wave of the future. I mean, medicinally, it's the key because smoking cannabis is great, but it's also the most wasteful. All right.
Yeah,
so
but it's also the most effective way to get it in you really quickly.
Right. So how I've always said it is smoking cannabis is great for the mental aspects and for breakthrough pain, because an ingested dose is going to take you an hour before you feel it.
Yep.
So, there's benefits to both. It's just that when I see these guys going online and they're doing 0.5 gram dabs,
that's a waste.
Such a waste.
Right. And here's the thing: what they don't realize. They took 0.5 gram of concentrate, so on the legal market that'd be what, $40 or $60.
The kids used to come into the lounge and they'd set up their rig, and then they'd do a fucking gram in like seconds, and I'm like,
why?
Exactly.
When you inhale cannabis, and when you inhale anything, whenever you breathe out, all right, so you take a breath of air. All of the oxygen.
I'm watching the video on the other computer. It looks like I'm angry with you.
Yeah, all of the oxygen that you take in your lungs, 2/3 goes out unused.
Well, okay, and there is scientific evidence that I used to be notorious for toking my cigarettes, and it would give me seizures, right? But what I found out through conversation with you guys and my doctor, I was asphyxiating myself by going that.
Yeah.
All you're doing is asphyxiating yourself. In all actuality, seconds in your lungs and out. You don't need to hold it in at all.
Not at all. I mean, but
the longer. Okay, so the longer you hold it in, the better buzz you get, or more coffee you get.
Well, no, it depends. So when we were kids, that's how we started out. Everybody held their breath when they did it.
Yep.
But the science showed that that's actually wrong, because what you thought was a really good buzz was just depriving your brain of oxygen, plain and simple. So you can do that without the joint.
Yeah, we've created a bunch of narcoleptics. Narcoleptics, yeah. Is that the one? No, what is it when you hold your breath? Crap.
You created a whole bunch of people that now walk around and don't have a clue what the hell they're fucking doing anymore, because they just took a fucking 0.5 gram dab and they're walking out the door like, huh?
And they held their breath.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now, people that do 0.5 gram dabs do not hold their breath because the smoke expands too rapidly.
Even if you get like Fukushima, okay, pre-roll. I mean, that's got a lot of cannabis in it, but you can put it out.
Yeah.
A dab that's 1 gram, most of it goes smoke into the air. It doesn't go into your lungs. And if it does go into your lungs, you're not getting the full of effect of that amount that you're going. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. But they could have done, out of that gram, they could have done 50 dabs.
Yeah, that would have lasted they could have lasted you a week.
Yeah, and they could have been high for a week instead of being the hero and taking this big super dab because, hey, it's cool and I can do it.
And now you got to go home upset because you got no more dabs.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the plug for Matt and Val. The Shatterizer. Okay. Yep. Shatterizer.ca. If you're in the States, shatterizer.com. All right. You take a little bowl or a little pea size ball of whatever you like in the shatter category or any other concentrates. They've got
full melt hash.
They've got little DS pods for oils and stuff like that. They have a ceramic pod that if you put a pea of whatever hash whatever in
hash
there,
rosin,
shatter. It's like having a dab, okay, that you have in your pocket. It's instant. I'm trying to figure out how I can adapt a hose to mine, and that's not
have to hose to it.
Every time I come up with an idea, they're like, "No!" They're probably listening too. Wait for
probably. Phone will ring.
Anyways, it's a single shot. And you've got 3 different settings, and if you can't handle dabs, which I can't. The last dab I did was up at the trailer, and I couldn't stop coughing for an hour. You know?
So, did it answer your question on dosing?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Way to go, Al.
Well, you know, people are finding it very interesting, so.
Yeah.
Hi.
There's a write-up that we did up for Harvest Fest for the John Cook Memorial Cup, because we have a limit of how many milligrams each edible can be for the cup, and it explains the math simply on how to do that, but how to test it or the conversion if you're making green butter, for example, and you don't send it to a lab. And so anything I call green butter is taking plant matter, putting it in water with butter and simmering it. Yeah, that was really bad.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm sitting here looking at you doing that. Now mushrooms.
But now hold on. Let's go back to butter for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's your own preference. If you want to maximize what you've got, go with the oil method. If you want to just make a batch of cookies and you don't mind the chlorophyll or using actual bud, go for it. It's very quick. Takes about 20 minutes. If you got it takes about 20 minutes for me to do a batch of cookies.
To make butter?
No, to make a batch of cookies. I make
that's fine, but
butter in my.
It takes a lot. I thought you were talking. It takes you 20 minutes to do butter. Do you know?
No, it takes. Let me finish. It takes about 20 minutes to make a batch of cookies, and about an hour to make. 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, depends on how strong you like it. If you have a magic butter machine, if you don't, then you got to use a crock pot. You're looking at 24 hours, just to make the butter, right?
You can do it on a pot of water on the stove, crock pot.
Yeah, just like chocolate, right?
Yeah, you're just going to simmer it for a while.
Yeah.
But the
In the simmer.
Let it simmer.
Can you speaking of chocolate, can you just throw a handful of bud in chocolate and then just let it cook and then strain it out?
It won't be decarboxylated.
Well, you decarb anything you cook with cannabis anyways, you decarb.
Right, but then you've got that burnt taste a lot of times with that. And
lots of questions.
There wouldn't be enough oil in the chocolate to fully remove the cannabinoids because you said you're going to filter the plant out.
Yes.
Right. So there wouldn't be enough fats, natural fats in the chocolate to dissolve all of the cannabinoids. So you wouldn't get all of them out. Okay. So it'd be a very, very weak way to do it, but it would probably taste really bad too.
But also
there are recipes.
You're very picky. You're very picky, Marcel. Some people don't care about that cannabis taste. They want that. There it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's fine. But if they're going to do that, you're better off to make butter, because at least making a butter, even if it's a green butter, that's totally fine. But if you make a butter, then you'll have a much better saturation of fats onto the cannabis to dissolve all of the cannabinoids, and then you filter the plant matter out.
Yeah.
You can do that with coconut oil.
Yeah. Okay.
You can add coconut oil to chocolate very easily.
I find that I mean, I like coconut oil in the caps and that, but I find that making cookies or other edibles with coconut oil will give me the screaming memes.
What kind of coconut oil are you using?
Just
solid coconut oil?
Stuff you go to the bulk store or Walmart or whatever.
And it's hard, or it's a liquid pour in a bottle?
Hard.
And that does to you? Because MCT,
and that does it as well.
All right, so MCT is a medium chain triglyceride.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's made out of coconut.
They've taken coconut oil, and through a process of heating it and cooling it several times, they refined it into a liquid that stays as a liquid. So they've taken a long chain triglyceride and broke it into a medium chain.
A triglyceride?
Triglyceride. I smoked hash. I smoked that hash.
So it's safe to say that the stuff you got at the legal store is okay?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's not the stuff you got at the legal store.
Oh, yeah, but I also ate a gummy, so.
Okay, so now
we're going to talk about the legal store stuff later.
All right, but that's the experiment's over.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to have another one. I mean, it's still early yet.
Right. Yeah, we're only half an hour into this crap.
Yeah. Geez, I mean, they got another hour and a half to listen to this stuff. Now you made me forget what we were here, prick.
Won't be the first time.
No, I know. So what was it talking about, Darcy?
I don't know. I'm looking at Snow Joe's.
See, what were we talking about, man?
Somebody's got to be listening.
Somebody's listening.
No, you were talking.
I know.
Okay, people who are listening,
fats.
there's people listening on Facebook. What the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking about fat.
It'll just take about 2 minutes for them. So let's just sit here and stare at each other while we're waiting for them to answer.
But what I do anyways with after I eat an edible, any edible that is I usually have either a glass of milk or a little bowl of ice cream, or eat ice cream after, because ice cream's high soluble fat. So and it'll help kick in your edible a lot quicker. So
thank you, C, for telling us that it was triglycerides that we were talking about.
Oh, did he say that in the chat? Did he?
MCT oil for most people acts as a laxative.
Yes.
All right, and it's not a great thing to have. And coconut can bother some people, yes. So you can use real butter, but you can't use margarine because it doesn't work with margarine.
Why?
Margarine's about 1 molecule away from plastic.
Oh.
Right? There's nothing natural about margarine.
I can't believe that.
So you have to use a real butter, and it's your choice whether you want to use a salted butter or an unsalted butter. But if you're doing a lot of baking, your baking calls for unsalted butter, you're better off to make your cannabis butter unsalted. And
they recommend that in the recipes that you get with the magical butter machine. I think.
Do they? Do you use unsalted?
I tend to, yes.
Okay, do you know why?
It adds a bitter taste to it or something. I don't know. No, I don't.
Not at all. The problem is all butter manufacturers use different amounts of salt. And if a recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt,
it throws it off.
Then they can't take butter that could have a half a teaspoon of salt,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because it alters the flavor. And that's really the only reason.
Here's a question from C in the chat there. Do different oils change the delivery path, i.e. some butter under your tongue?
It's not so much. That's a buccal thing. So tinctures and things like that, they've said for years to do it that way.
I use coconut oil under my tongue.
Okay, so that would be that would be yuck to me. I don't like that.
It is yuck, but you have a tea with it or
but
something.
Did it work for you?
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why.
That's my point. It worked for me.
oil is digested in the intestines. All right. So that's where your oil absorption happens, is in your small intestine.
Okay.
Under your tongue works great for a tincture because it's an alcohol delivery. So it kind of gets it into your bloodstream a little quicker, but you're also risking burning under your tongue and your mouth with alcohol.
Especially
so
if it's an alcohol tincture anyways, yeah.
Yeah. A good alcohol tincture is going to be made with moonshine, right? Or Alcool or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
There's the other
Everclear.
one out there. Everclear. There's the other one.
That's what I had, was a bottle of Everclear.
Yeah.
Are you guys
So,
allowed
I mean,
to use that there?
And that's what I got. What's that, Al?
Are you guys allowed to walk into a store and buy that openly?
Not Nova Scotia. Well, you need if you have an alcohol license, like someone like Lenny has an alcohol license, they can get that stuff. But personally, I can't.
For us to get it here, you can go to your doctor, you can get a prescription for grain alcohol, and go to the pharmacy with the prescription. The pharmacy orders it from the Liquor Commission and gets it in and then gives it to you. And a 500 ml bottle was $26 or something like that. And
it's not.
It would be almost worth it to go and make your own moonshine at those prices, because that's only 500 milliliters. I mean, that's fine if you only want to do that, but
Yeah, Marcel. Just need a still spirits.
yeah, but then you can always do that. Then I'm not teaching anybody how to do that. Right? But the other thing is
there's
so
lots of videos to watch on YouTube and lots of articles with very descript,
But when it comes to oils, the one thing that you have to always keep in mind is that, as much as I hate this, and I don't like saying it, but I have no choice because it's an actual fact, if you make oil and you use a flammable solvent, such as propane, butane, alcohol, hexane, isopropyl alcohol, you're actually breaking the law because that is illegal under the Cannabis Act.
Yes, absolutely. Which is the less volatile of the processes to use? The
ice water hash.
I would think the isopropyl, right?
There's none of them are less volatile. They're on that list because they're all volatile.
I know that.
They come into contact with open flame, they blow up. Right? It's a big fireball.
The most widely used would be the isopropyl, I would think, right?
No, propane.
Propane.
Or not propane, butane.
Butane.
Because
for concentrates, yes.
For making shatters.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing how much butane. Well, you've seen the stories of the buildings blowing up or the apartments blowing up because they're making butane hash.
I've
inside.
watched countless numbers of hours of people making concentrates, shatters, and stuff in their homes.
Yeah.
And it's.
I have a video of a lab.
You can do it in a bee extractor, honeybee extractor.
Yeah, that'll even still blow up in your hand.
That's my point.
And they can blow up in your hand,
yes.
whether you like it or not.
But
I know
people have been doing that for many years without blowing themselves up.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's all kinds that do it, and they get away with it, and it's great. But those things are not meant to ever be used inside. You're literally filling the room with vapor.
Yep.
That's flammable.
Yep.
The funny thing was, Marcel, was the person that was close to me that blew up on them. They were doing it outdoors.
And was it just the plastic that shattered, or was it?
It was static.
Yeah, static will do it too.
He made a static charge from his clothes, and that with the vapors that are there, right? Because they're going to hover around that area, and the vapors on the static that was on his sleeve, because by his hand, by the vapors, it blew it up, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I never really liked it.
I'm not a fan of it, only because it is so friggin' dangerous. And you hear the stories all the time, and then also there's a lot of it that happens that you never hear about.
Oh, of course.
Nobody wants to say that it happened to them.
But when done correctly, you can end up with some quality product.
Exactly. But so that's great for the backyard person, but the person or the ones that are doing it in large quantity, they're using closed loop systems.
Oh, of course, yes.
So there's no vapor. Everything's done under high pressure and chilled and everything else. And that's where a lot of the legal and black market packaged products that you see out there are being done in closed loop systems, which is great because there's less chance of them blowing themselves up. Yes,
definitely.
But doing it yourself, the honeybees, I mean, yes, they're great. Don't use them indoors ever. If you're going to do them outdoors, don't do big batches. Don't get, 40 cans of butane and go out, because you're just literally going to saturate everything around you in vapor. And do it in the wintertime.
Just let somebody who knows how to do it properly.
Yeah. I'm unfortunately,
I won't mess with
no,
that.
And I'll go to this. Back in the 40s, the owner's manual of a vehicle would tell you how to set the gap on your spark plugs and set the timing belt and everything else. The owner's manual now tells you not to drink the contents of the battery. All right?
People got stupider.
So people have gotten stupider.
Yeah, well, people are starting to eat Tide Pods and stuff too. So,
Well, right. And because people seem to be getting stupider, and I don't know why it is. Maybe it's technology, because they rely on a phone for everything. I don't know. But for them to have to put "don't drink the contents of the battery" leads me to believe
that's pretty
society's on a downhill trend here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm more inclined to that people might want to look at the legal market as much as I hate it. And I work in it. And it's not that I hate it. I hate the rules and regulations that are imposed by Health Canada. But I honestly think that it could be a lot safer for a lot of people, especially when it comes to shatters and oils and things like that.
When you make alcohol or beer or even wine in your home, you take precautions. You do it properly, or you're going to blow yourself up.
And not so much wine.
You know what I mean, though.
Grain alcohol, yes.
Yes.
So
I had a friend in high school who was Portuguese, and her mom used to make grappa. And that shit, just a beer cap full of, it'll knock you on your fucking ass.
Yeah.
And she used to just do it on her stove in her kitchen in her apartment. She would just make it, boil it down, and people have been doing that for years. But is it dangerous? You're fucking right, it is.
Chris Backer made oil the way he did for years.
Yes. And then
it only ever takes once to blow your hose up.
Yep.
Oh, it sure does. Hey, it only took for that vapor to hit that red hot burner for it to blow up on me outdoors.
Yeah.
You've had a blow up, have you, Dars?
Oh, blow up, but I had 5.5 gallons of ISO catch on fire with a 6.5 foot flame shooting off a 4 foot deck.
Wow. See,
and I'm saying, when I say a 4 foot deck, it only had 4 feet of coverage over top of me.
Ouch.
So
see, I know from listening to stories like that, as well as from Chris and stuff like that, who really did a number to himself. He's like 90% of his body is scorched.
It's because the vapors were soaked into his clothing.
I know I can reasonably deduct the way that I would do it if I was going to do it myself, and I will be. I would go out and buy a tiny little crock pot that doesn't have any switches on it. You plug it in and you leave it on. You unplug it and it stops. No switches, okay? None. And then you take a really long extension cord and put it on a table in the middle of a field, okay? And walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away, and let it do its job. Right? Now, Can you put a screen on top of that so nothing falls in while you do something like that?
You should.
Okay. And when you put it on a little table in the middle of a field, if you put it on a little table in the middle of a field, do you really need a fan blowing on it, or is it just?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And
now, how far do you want to keep the fan away? Because that is a spinning spark.
Yeah, but what you do is you basically put the fan on the predominant wind side. So whatever side the wind's coming from, that's where you place the fan. And you aim the fan more on the burner that you're using.
Instead of...
But you're doing this out in the field. You're running an extension cord out there or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to use a propane or a butane stove to do this.
No.
Why not, Marcel?
No.
Because nobody's going to... I'm really hoping nobody would ever be that stupid.
Yep, I know someone that's stupid.
I've seen them do it on... I've seen them do it on YouTube
and he burned
videos.
70% of his body.
Yeah.
Melted a pair of power saw pants right to his body.
Wow. You I have to heat this hash up a bit to crumble it, but it's good.
Where's your video today, Darce?
What's that?
Where's your
video?
I'm leaving you all in suspense.
No.
And I'm really, 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 really high.
Well, that's good. Turn it back
and
on.
I look like a goddamn pirate because my left eye won't open.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, but yeah.
That was more
anyways,
Dracula. What did pirates do? Good. No, that's Popeye.
Popeye was not a pirate.
No, he wasn't. He was a sailor man.
Popeye the pirate man. Arr.
The sailor man.
Good.
Hey, anyways, does everybody know where Leonard is tonight?
Yeah, at a hockey game.
Yeah, they're winning 6-2.
Oh, so he won't be along anytime soon.
There's only 14 minutes and 29 seconds after the game.
Oh, well,
he called it right. He said
minutes into the
about
car.
9:30. But I told him to call in because he's in the private box. So
I'm watching on the bottom of my computer right now is the live feed. So now it's 14 minutes and 13 seconds. So, and they're winning 6-2.
You know, Darcy, I just want to remind you, they gave you that computer to work on it, not watch hockey.
Hey, you know what? I haven't used this computer for I supposed to do paperwork stuff on it. But
never mind.
Besides that, I haven't done a lot of work actually on this. I've been making ash and rolling joints.
You're still rolling joints, are you?
No, actually,
No.
we got
get
a
a
new
machine
person,
yet?
and I slacked off a little bit and made her look like a rock star. So I actually got a promotion.
They didn't like your job, huh?
No, I like my job. I just she likes it.
He wanted to hang out with me and make some hash.
I want to make ash.
Me too.
We've been making some good hash.
Oh yeah.
All right. So do you want to go to your mushroom baking?
Not yet.
Or not?
You got 10 minutes, and then we got a break because then it's my turn.
I want to listen to a song.
What are you talking about tonight, Darcy?
Deepwater culture.
Well, you're not talking about it with the camera off.
My camera don't work.
Yes, it does.
No, it's updating.
We were bull.
It is.
Done.
It's still
It's
updating.
done.
No, it's still updating.
No, it's done.
But anyways, I'm not talking about Deepwater culture.
Good. We'll need pictures. I have questions.
We'll need pictures.
And I have questions.
A lot of people don't have visuals, Marcel, so that's why we got to talk about it.
But some people have visuals and they need to see visuals to understand.
Well, I can give you a website.
Are you guys enjoying the argument?
Loving it. We do this all fucking day long, man. We do this like 7 days a week.
You want to go listen to a song? I got some Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
How long's the song, Al? Just wondering if I got enough time to smoke it.
36 minutes and 33 seconds.
That's a long song.
No, it's just one song off the Deja Vu album.
Cool.
So.
Well, then I'm going to do my thing, and I'll be back in a second.
I wanted my own show out now.
You what?
And I want my intro song to be Inagata Davida.
Okay.
I think that would be a good intro. And then we can end with that.
Are you going to pay the royalties on that?
20 seconds to talk.
You can only use
I'll just go
4
get
seconds of it.
I'll just go get a cover. I know somebody's had to have done a cover of it. Don't pay royalties on covers.
Actually,
well,
you do.
Yeah.
But
well, somebody is. Hey, if it's on the internet, it's free.
We're going to listen to a song. It's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's the first sound off their 1970 Deja Vu album. Okay, which I believe is a live concert, but I didn't really do any research on it because I started listening to the album. All right, we'll be right back. This is the 420 Radio Show. We're live, 420radio.ca. Wait a sec. Well, I'm pushing buttons now. Okay.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
Please hang up and try again.
One morning I woke up and I knew you were gone. A new day, a new way, and new eyes to see it all. Took away off the mind, kept on. The sky is clearing and the night is brighter. The sun, he come, the world is softer. Rejoice, rejoice, we have no choice but to carry on.
And we are back. It's the 420 Radio Show. We are live. And now Darcy is going to do his thing.
After he turns his camera on.
Oh, what the hell happened to your audio, buddy?
I have no idea. What's wrong with that?
Wow, it got really loud.
Oh, good.
Very loud.
Very loud.
I'm glad you can hear me.
Yeah, good.
Turn your camera on.
My camera is on.
Not you.
Oh, Darcy. Okay, you ready, Darce?
The pitmaster.
I am.
All right, here we go. Okay, you ready?
Turn the camera on.
No, we got to do the thing, and he'll turn the camera
go
on
ahead, Al.
as we do it.
This is how we grow the weed.
And tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about... What, Marcel?
Turn the camera back
You
on.
too, Marcel.
You said turn it on, so I turned it on for a second.
I saw that.
I guess it's updated then, eh, Darcy?
Yeah.
No, it's still
works.
updating. That's why I turned right back off again.
Anyways, turn it back on because it's actually... I did it because Al was annoyed having to look at the sign. I'm annoyed looking at your name.
So you will look at my stone face with one eye.
Yeah. And after that intro, you should have come on with like a Rasta hat or something. That's nice looking, bud.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so tonight
Do I have
to
have to play it again?
What's that? No. I'm going to talk about deep water culture. Just a couple things about it. Some pros and cons. My experiences with it. Maybe Marcel will chime in and talk about his experience with it.
No, not at all.
Well, maybe I want your opinion.
My opinion is you should turn your camera on. Anyways.
It is on, see?
Yeah, but you got to move back into it.
I am.
How do you hide behind your picture? That's kind of cool.
Same way you're doing it, Marcel.
No, I'm doing it by turning my cover off over my camera. I'm wondering how you... No. Ignore that, Darcy. Carry on. I want to hear about deep water culture.
Yes. Oh, you're a riot tonight.
Hash is good. I'm smoking this hash.
Okay, deep water culture. Shut up, Marcel.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
So, deep water culture is growing your plant not in a substrate, but in water. So, as it sounds, deep water culture.
Didn't they used to call that hydroponics?
No, well, you can do hydroponics, yes and no. Well, what I do is my deep water culture that I do, I grow a plant in a single 5-gallon bucket, or you can go larger if you want. You can grow it in one plant in a 60-liter tote if you want.
Okay.
Just make sure you got adequate air stones in there and proper filtration. But sure, you can do it in any size you want. I prefer 5-gallon buckets. I can get I can get over a pound plant in a 5-gallon bucket, so I'm happy with that. So first off, when it comes to deep water culture, some of the supplies that you're going to need is either rock wool or smart or I can remember the name of it.
You're supposed to write this stuff down, Darcy. No, I'm kidding.
No, I know the product I'm trying to think of. It's made by Blue Sky Organic. They make these pyramids. You can use them too in your basket, but you want a basket top for your bucket. Make sure you buy one, not a cheap one, because you want one with already holes in it. Because I had drill holes in my one because I cheaped out when I first started playing around with it. But anyways, some airline, a good air pump. Don't cheap out on an air pump. Make sure you get a really good one.
It's basically you're setting up a fish tank.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Or a terrarium.
Yeah. But your buckets now don't use a white bucket. So if you're going to build a system yourself, don't use a white bucket.
Why?
Because the light can shine in. Because the light will shine in and build algae on the inside of your bucket.
Okay. So you want a black bucket.
Yeah, a black bucket is perfect. I cheaped out and used a white bucket and then said, fuck it, and went and bought $6 worth of duct tape and wrapped it, so I should have just went and bought a bucket with the $6. But anyways, it worked, and it grew some really nice plants in that system. But anyways, after you get all that stuff, you want to now chillers are optional depending on how big of a system you're going to go. If you're going to do a big system, I'd say anything more than 4 plants, yes, get a chiller, a water chiller on that, because you don't want your water to run too high of a temperature. You'll start having issues, and you don't want it to be too cold. So there's that sweet spot. I like to say between 18 and 22. I found any higher than that with my water, and I started to get issues, especially if you end up with root aphids or fungus gnats or something like that.
Fungus
they'll
gnats.
They'll really explode when the water's a lot warmer too. So there's that sweet spot there. So try to stay in that. But the other thing is nutrients. Now here is I like to call it the controversial question. Can you run, I get asked every once in a while, can you run organics in a deep water culture bucket? The answer is yes, but you'll end up with a lot of sediment. So you'll have to do a lot of water changes, which can get awfully costly if you're buying organic liquid fertilizer and not making your own. So kind of, if you're starting out, kind of steer clear of that. There's some really good nutrients on the line. I kind of like to use powders when it comes to deep water culture, just because they come out clear, and just make sure you get them dissolved properly. You can buy yourself a little blender or something and blend your nutrients in that first with some water, so you make sure they all break down really good, because you want to make sure of that. So you don't want to look in your bucket and see a bunch of what looks like salt on the bottom of your bucket, because that's your nutrients. So you just didn't shake it good enough to break it down. So make sure you break it down really well before you mix it into your water. But I like to use powders, but you can use liquids too. But kind of stay away from them liquids that discolor your water, because then your roots will be discolored. And then if you're just starting out and you're doing a lot of research and listening to people, you want healthy snow white roots, and well, you're not going to get a snow white root if your water is black. So the roots are going to be black. So
how often does that circulate? Like, how long does it take to go through a whole bucket?
Well, see, a 1 bucket system with just an air stone in the bottom of it, without it recirculating back over the top, running back down. My next system I'm running is going to have a circulating system, so it runs back down and back into a reservoir tank. But with just a single bucket, I change my water every week. Keep an eye on it.
Can you do that outside?
What's that?
Can you do that outside as well?
Yeah, well, if you want to hook your chiller up, but once it's 28 degrees outdoors, your water's going to be 28 degrees. So
okay. All right.
If you have a chiller, I mean, yeah, but it'd be awful costly, I think, Al.
You also have a high evaporation rate outdoors.
Yeah,
you would. So in your bucket, you'd like to go through a bucket every 2 to 3 days. And
well, you're also going to have an increasing EC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because as your water temperature rises, your EC rises too.
And as the water evaporates, your EC rises.
It rises. Yeah. So what I did with my
Sounds like
my
a
system,
medical
Al,
show.
yeah. When I ran my system, Al, I had a Blue Lab Tregometer, so it's an EC ppm meter, and every other day, I check the EC of the water, and once it got down below a certain number that I didn't like, and everybody's different, but where I didn't like it, then I would either top it back up or dump all that water out and give it fresh water, fresh nutrients.
Do you have to watch the roots and stuff when you do that?
Well, yeah, you want to keep an eye on them. If they start,
because the
especially
roots
if you get root rot.
will start to protrude out of the holes, right?
Well, you want them to protrude down through the basket, because that's the whole point of deep water culture. What you're going to do is when you lift that top up off of that bucket, you're going to have a ball of root in there that's the same size as the bucket.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
Like my ball of root was fucking massive. I had fingerlings coming off that was like big as my fucking pinky finger. It was crazy. But that was just that strain, and it grew a big ball. I mean, it had a lot of nutrients, right? I fed it. I made sure I fed it, right? But when I started to see the slightest little bit of tip burn, I'd back off and just give it a lower dose or a lower EC for a little bit, and it would bounce back, and then you could start to feed a little more. Then you know that's your number, and don't try to push past that, because, well,
like, is all this stuff necessary though? Because I mean, I know a lot of people that stick a seed in the ground, and several months later they get a big bush that they trim. You know,
anybody could throw a seed in the ground and grow a plant. It's comes down to quality, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you don't, you could get lucky.
Yes, of course you're going to get lucky, but not always.
No, right? You know, you could throw that plant in the ground, and I've done it before outdoors 10, 15 years ago. Throw some seeds in the ground when you were out fishing some June day along the river, and go back in September and check them, and holy fuck.
It's called guerrilla growing.
Yeah, look what I got, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have done that over the years. I mean, there's a lot of people that it's easy to do. You go for a walk in a field, you go back every few days.
Oh yeah, but
there used to be a place when I lived up north there. There was a place where Buster and I went for walks, and I used to catch the kids in there pruning their plants all the time. Again, they weren't really. They were just like, it was a swampy area. They figured nobody's going to go in. Then the cops started going in with the dogs. So they moved into the bush, into the park, right? Because it's where I lived was in a conservation area. And then the cops started taking the dogs into the park, and they would find them in the trees and shit like that. I mean, it's a typical way for they don't think, right?
Nope, they don't.
No.
But yeah, so I mean, when it comes to deep water culture, Al, it's all in your preference. You want to, if you do anything bigger than like I said, a 4-bucket system, you definitely want to set up a recirculation system.
And are you not adding more humidity into your grow area when you're using a water percolation system?
Oh, definitely.
So how do you control that? Do you have to have a dehumidifier in there? Or?
Well, most rooms, if you're doing more than a 4-plant system, you're definitely going to have some sort of dehumidification in that room.
Okay.
Right. I mean, if you're doing a small 4-plant system in a tent, you can go to Walmart and buy one of them small tabletop dehumidifiers. I mean, if need be, and it might control it enough to keep it at bay to where you need it. But once you push from veg into flower, that's when your buds they're pushing off tons of water, man.
Yeah.
I've seen my tents like up to 96%. My fan would get on the fritz, or my timer would go on the fritz just one night and shut my fan off for an hour or two, and in the morning you check the history of your temperature and your humidity gauge, and all of a sudden you see it was up to 94%, and the walls are sweating, right? So them buds are pushing off a lot of humidity. So
yeah, it's not just the water, right?
No, it's them buds, man. Them buds are they're 70% water. Usually when you dry, you get roughly around 30%. Usually an average of where I go when I harvest my plants. If I get 3,000 grams wet, I know I'm going to get 30% of that dry. So, but yeah. So when it comes to all that other stuff, like I said, use powder. Try to use powder. There's some really nice powders out there on the market.
Okay.
Other things to other things to consider too when doing it, like I said, is having a trigometer, knowing when to switch out your water is an important key too. Some people do it every 2 weeks. I tend to stay right around every week, or sooner if the plant's eating a lot and decreasing the EC of your solution. So that's another thing to consider. But some of the other benefits of deep water culture are accelerated plant growth thanks to the superior uptake of nutrients and oxygen that plants are being provided from the air stone and the nutrients that's in the bucket. So like it's like thinking of growing hydroponic lettuce, for example, Al.
I've seen a lot of people do that, eh? And I've even seen a hydroponic system that goes vertical.
Yep, but it's like you got to think of it like lettuce. You know, you grow lettuce in a garden outdoors in the soil. It takes like average 50 to 60 days. You do that in deep water culture or in a hydroponic setup, you can cut that down in half to like 30 days. So it's the same with your plant growth, right? What took you 30 days for growth in soil, cut that in half. So say like 14 to 20 days in deep water culture setup.
Okay.
So you can speed up you can speed up your harvest, so you can almost sneak that extra harvest in there a year. So.
And some really good tips for deep water culture is if you're going to do this, don't try and do it in a tent unless you're well experienced on pruning.
Yes,
because the plant growth is so fast that you will.
You're going to get explosive plant growth. You are going to get explosive.
Okay, so
plant growth.
Would this be a good system to use, Scrog?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you can Scrog it, but
because
your
in a
Scrog's
Scrog
going to be pretty high.
Yeah, but with a Scrog, you're taking all of the extra plant shit off, anyways.
Yeah,
right.
But you're going to do that. Hopefully, you're going to do that anyways, because you're going to end up with a plant that's going to be much taller than you when it finishes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
that
probably as wide as you can reach on either side.
Wow.
My only saving grace was I pruned it back a lot before I snapped it into flower. Like I cut it back. You know, my 3-foot plant I cut back to 18 inches.
Yeah.
Then I snapped it into, but it was a lot of growth there. And when I snapped it into flower, the growth just went explosive for the first 2 weeks of flower, and then it started to grow really nice buds and started packing on weight. And I got 604 grams of bud off that plant dry.
Deep water culture is for more experienced grower, and ideally a grower with a lot of room, such as a lot of room. As a room with at least a 12-foot ceiling, because you've got to hang your lights and everything else. So you need some room in there and a lot of spacing between your plants. But if you put 10 plants on a recirculating system in a room, it would be the same as 30 plants on tables?
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Right.
A friend of mine put 40. He put 38 1.5 gallon cocoa cubes. Once they swelled up, they were 1.5 gallon, and he planted 40 female plants in them. And when he harvested, he got 6 pounds, and he did a soil grow and did the same amount of plants and only got 3 pounds. And he can't figure out where he went wrong. And I just told him, I said, well, you're feeding them other ones a hell of a lot more than you're feeding them other ones because of what they are. And because you don't want to overwater soil, especially if you've got 7 gallons of it there, right? So you don't want to overwater it. That 1.5 gallon block that plant on there is going to chew that water up in there quick, and the feed. So you got to be careful when you're doing that too, because you don't want your EC levels in there to build up and then dry that cube out. So then you burn that plant, because once you burn that plant, it's almost impossible to bring it back.
What's an EC level?
It stands for electrical conductivity. It's the electrical conductivity in the water. So normal tap water, when it comes out to the city of Toronto, your EC should be right around 0.2. My water's 0.2 when it comes out of the tap. And my water actually is crazy. And everyone doesn't believe me, but it's
Can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Not yet.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Weird. Yeah, so my tap water comes out at a EC of 0.2 and a pH of 8.1, which is high for a pH, because usually it comes out of the tap at like a 7. So they kind of like to keep it neutral. But mine comes out at a 8.1, which is really high. So I go through a lot of pH down to bring my water down. But anyways, so you want to know that's what the EC is, Al. It measures the electrical conductivity. So on a meter, you have two different levels. You have a European level, which is times 700, and an American level, or Canadian, or North American, I guess, which is 500. And I hope I got them right. Those are the numbers. I just hope I got the countries right. So,
hang on. Len's trying to get in. Hang on a second. There we go. I sent him an invite. See if he gets it.
Hockey game must be over.
Yeah. So do we want to listen to another song for a minute, or are you done, or you want to keep going?
Wow. No, just 1 second. I got to say something.
Okay.
Just give me one second there, guys.
That game was 6-2 last time I said something. Now it ended at 7-5. That's crazy. They came back and scored.
There's a flurry of goals at the end.
Wow.
That made for an exciting game then.
Wasn't the most exciting, but there's some couple garbage, like just not goalie should have had a few, but there's a couple nice goals.
Good. So was it worth going back to a game and masking and all
now
that?
You have to worry all night. Did I get it?
Well,
Did
the
I
only
get
reason
it?
I went is I got to go in someone's booth and I didn't have to wear a mask.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Hopefully none of them have anything.
No. Well, I like my odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Play the odds. The odds are good. Play the odds.
Yeah, but no, it was funny watching all the. There's only it's restricted, right? There's only like 200 or 300 people in the rink, and watching the people sitting in the stands, all separated apart, but you have to wear their masks. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, I couldn't do
that. No, I
What if you're eating?
What's that?
What were the concession stands open?
I think they sold popcorn and beer and water. I think.
So if you're sitting,
all high margin items anyway.
If you're sitting there drinking your water,
I think you get away with that sipping a little bit. Put it this way: if you're buying the beer, I'm sure they left you alone.
Yeah, this is true.
And eating the popcorn. Popcorn would be a bad idea because you keep your mask on for the whole game that way.
But no, it was good to go to the game and just to see some hockey and do something.
Good.
Right?
I wear a mask all day long. There's no way I'm going to a hockey game to wear one at night too.
Yeah, no, you guys are in production all day, so you have to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, we do, and it's lovely.
I hate it.
What a play way to say it sucks ass.
Well, to be fair, even if there was no COVID, you'd be wearing a mask all day anyway.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
Get used to it.
But that's work. That's not a problem. That's part of work. But after work, I don't want to wear a fucking mask.
No, and honestly, I actually gave away my season tickets back to the arena because they said if I wasn't going, they would like to sell them because they're losing a fortune, right?
Oh yeah,
So I wasn't going to the game, and someone knew the only reason I wasn't going is because I wouldn't wear a mask, so they invited me up to their booth.
That's awesome, Andy.
Well, it was very nice to them, and I appreciate it. But
wait, they weren't the ones that you bought the new car from, were they?
Yes, they were.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Hey, whatever works, man. You got to go to the game.
Hey, I'm humbled and nice they offered it to me. So
that's awesome. That's good of them.
Yeah.
So, Lenny, I was talking a little bit about deep water culture.
Oh, really? What's going on
Yeah.
with the deep water culture?
Well, just telling people the pros of it, I guess, and some of the cons, and how to set it up and what to expect. And then Marcel busted everybody's bubble that thought about it and said, if you're not experienced, don't try it.
Well, that's what not just Marcel, every grower has told me.
Oh, no,
that.
definitely.
I am
definitely.
going to do it someday.
Oh,
I know. I want you
on my
to.
hand. I am
for
going to
sure.
do it.
Yeah, we for sure are going to get Lenny to do it. Lenny, do you see my background? Did you see my background picture?
Oh, no, I don't have my video on just because I'm driving.
Oh,
Marcel tried someone else's hash and he really likes it.
NLP hash?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's not bad. It's original stash indica hash. It's definitely fucking indica. I could go to sleep right now.
Me too.
But it's a dry sift, pressed hash, 300 milligrams. Well, hang on. I gotta put the video up to read the label. No, I don't. I have it right here. 318.9 milligrams per gram. But they ripped me off.
Light?
Yeah, 1.99.
That's because it's in a bag. It should have been in micro.
Dried out. Lost dried out moisture? Yeah.
No, I don't think so, because I'll tell you what they did is they've got it in a cellophane bag, a thick cellophane bag that's vapor or hermetically sealed.
Hey, I know. Why don't you turn your video on and show us?
Well, I don't know if you'll see the bag or not. Just hang on. But Lenny can't see it. He doesn't have his camera on. So
everybody else can.
This is the bag. I'm trying to get it so that y'all can see it. And it has a little THC in it. And the hash comes in.
It has a little THC in it.
Well, it's got a little THC symbol thing, right? It's a cute little bag. I like the bag. The bag is sealed.
So that's the little bag that it sits in. Now show us the big bag that it comes in.
Big bag.
Yeah, there you
this. Go. Okay. So, I mean, it's kind of overkill in the packaging.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's not bad. But I also ate gummies, so. And
so
I'm
they're
also
doing sick. Do they press it at all, or is it just loose keef?
It's pressed. It's pressed dry sift.
Yeah.
It in all honesty, it looks similar to Moroccan hash. For the people out there that would know what that is.
Soft or hard?
It's on the soft side. It'll crumble in your fingers, and if you heat it up, it'll fluff up nice. So it is a typical dry sift hash.
Yeah.
It smells like fucking chocolate. I could see somebody thinking it was a chocolate when they smelled it, because it's got a very chocolate smell with a background of Kush.
But the stuff that we smelled today, Marcel, smelled like apples.
Well, yeah.
It literally smelled like apples. I couldn't get over it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool.
We don't even have a product that smells like apples.
Yeah, but that's what the hash smelled like.
All right.
But it's all right.
I've seen some pictures of original stash flour. It looks good. Over fucking price, but it looked good.
Yeah, this was $39.99.
2 grams?
At Nova Scotia Liquor for 2 grams.
Yeah, I think that's what you're gonna expect.
Is that including tax?
Yeah.
That's all tax.
So $40 for 1 gram?
2 grams.
That's not so bad. I mean, that's what
it's not.
I'm paying
no,
20.
You're going to find the hash is probably $20-$25 a gram.
I pay $20 a gram where I go, and that's not a legal store.
Yeah.
So
I actually think, Al, you're going to find
I guess it is.
concentrates. I think you'll find concentrates
Are about the
probably
same.
a little bit more competitive with black market. It's the flour.
The flour
That's
prices are
probably-
coming down that I am hearing, though.
For the garbage, yeah. Premium stuff still stays premium. Like some of the prices up there are still crazy. Like $20 a gram.
Oh, but you're not talking the black market.
No, I'm talking
the black market prices are coming down.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, I figured they were anyway.
Because, well, for one, they probably have a bit of a glut.
Well, they do have a lot more so.
Because I went to the Amherst liquor store tonight.
I suspect the black market is going to drive the price down, which is going to drive the legal price down because they've got so much fucking weed they can't get rid of.
We're already seeing some of the prices drop in the legal stuff.
Okay, now here's a question for you, Len. You guys sold out like within a few weeks, right?
Yep.
And now, so you don't have more than you need.
No, we're again. I know what I can say about churro is and this is not bragging. We have our own issues, but if your product's good, it's going to sell. If it's mid-grain and meh, you're fucked. So fortunately for us, we have decent growers, decent product. And most people
I would say it differently. I would say we have some very premium expert growers.
Well, I'm trying not to be arrogant. Yeah,
and I know, but I'll call it as it is because we've got some phenomenal growers.
We do.
But you've also got to remember that the majority of the employees at Truro Cannabis came from the medical side.
Len's going to get snubbed at work tomorrow.
No.
Because
all the growers are going to be like, yeah, right. Hey, Marcel, how are you?
But I'll give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Because these guys have come from the medical side.
Yeah.
They've got years of experience.
Well,
and honestly, the reason Truro Cannabis products is good and going to get better because they're their harshest critics. I'll be honest. I'm going to tell you guys something. There's a 29.24 Truro G coming out in another few weeks, and our guys still aren't fucking happy with it. like that's just the type. Better. No, that's what they said. They know they can cross 30. So they have a 29.24% cannabis, and they're still bitching at themselves. So that's just what I give them credit. They're perfectionists and they keep going. And I think the other thing that we didn't do, we're not the cheapest cannabis in the world, but we didn't make it $20 a fucking gram like some crazy bastards did. So.
Are you guys like at the LP, the grow level? Is that where the price gets distinguished, or does OCS or
OCS
whoever
makes up its own prices? This is not me trying to throw OCS down.
But each province has their own thing that they're doing, right?
They have their own markup and their own model. I actually tried to get Ontario to lower price.
But are you the ones that set the price?
Not
your level?
The retail price. No.
Okay.
But we actually tried. We tried to lower it, and they told me, "Fuck off! Your product sells out. Leave us alone."
Because they're making more money.
They're making more money, and listen, it's their right. It's their business too, right? So.
Right.
Anyway, so it's and they're right. If you have a product that's selling out, like you said, Al, rather rapidly, I guess the price is probably at the right point, technically.
So the easy solution that you could probably get it a little bit cheaper is if you are a medical patient, sign up to them and see what they can do at a better price than what
there's compassion. All LPs have compassionate pricing.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Since we're talking about medical.
Yep.
Okay. Our first part of the conversation. Excuse me. That was a good toke. Watch man have heart attack on air. Okay, medical.
Yep.
They've changed some things that now allow a medical cannabis patient, to buy direct from an LP.
Well, that's always been the case since 2000. That's still the case.
Right from the beginning.
Is the price different?
That's always been the case.
Is the price different, and do you set that price?
We set that price. Now,
why is it different?
Well, there's no middleman.
Thank you. Okay,
every time there's a middleman like a distributor, everyone's getting a cut.
Is the price
now
there
different? Are some rules.
Okay,
there are some rules that you make with certain provinces that you can't sell it cheaper. Blah blah blah. But here's the kicker: every LP should have some sort of wink, wink, compassionate pricing. Usually, it's 20-25% off the label. So. Every LP, what the criteria is set by each other LP. But the big advantage of medical is you probably can get it a little bit cheaper. And the other advantage is it's technically you can claim it on your income tax.
And more of it. Now, okay, that's a good question. With growing, can I claim my grow on my income tax next year?
If you're medical.
Nobody's successfully been able to do that yet, I don't think, though.
Well, I'm going to try.
Try it.
I think some things you can, Marcel.
I think what you have to do is you'd have to set up detailed expenses and everything like that.
Okay,
and
so
almost do it like as a business.
Here's what I'm going to do. When I get my license, I'm going to go through the process of an individual signing up for medical product at Truro, so we can go through the whole process together. How's that?
Sure, but I thought you were going to grow your own.
I am going to grow my own, but I want to go through this process. If I've got the ticket, I might as well, and then I can try, different
then you
stuff.
just go to our website.
I know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
now, I'm also going to shit on Truro yet. We don't have our 2.0 license yet, so I can't sell you tinctures and oral capsules yet.
Oh,
so
no. Off to the black market you go with that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, but we're not there yet. So it's like as much as, say, Turo's done okay on the adult use recreational flower, I'm not proud yet of our medical options yet, so nobody's perfect.
That's why I'm not really pushing the medical, because we don't have any oral products. We only have smokables.
My point was, let me just finish my point on this whole medical thing, why I asked Len, because they are every couple of days the last month, there's little tidbits coming out that there's going to be some changes made. Okay.
What rumors are you hearing?
Well, grow limits. They're doing a survey.
I heard
they want to change some limits. They want to,
So we know what those do.
We're hearing 6-8 plants. Maybe they'll change it to things like that. Is that going to take away the medical program if they do that? If they up the rec stuff so that anybody can have 8 plants, 10 plants, like really, when you think about it, unless you've got a debilitating disease or cancer, MS, something like that, you really don't need 150 plant grow.
Right.
I would say majority don't.
I'm playing the devil's advocate. Believe me, I want 150 plant grow.
Right.
Okay.
But to be honest,
everybody needs that.
No, I don't need that.
And not everybody can act. To do 150 plant grow,
it's a lot of work. It's 24/7.
That's not your average Joe.
You're going 24/7. My point is, Len. Okay.
Yeah.
I am an individual that I know what I need every day, right? And 10 plants is probably going to do it. Okay. Sure. In all actuality, for the most. For an individual that's got a whole bunch of things that they want to deal with, and they want to be able to juice, they want to be able to make other things, things like that. It's not all about smoking. In fact, I'm going to try and wean myself back on the smoking by having access to other.
Okay, so to do that right, you've got to look at how long it takes you to do a grow.
And so you're growing.
If you're going to take 4 months to do a grow, and then you're going to turn around and turn that into oil, for example,
you need to know. Yeah, you need to know how much
you've got to be able to ration that oil out.
I know.
For those next 4 to 5 months before you're going to have oil again.
Yeah. Or 7 if you grow outside.
No, look at a year. You're going to need a year's worth.
No. I mean, it's another 7 months, really, by the time you get your major grow off. You're looking at another 7 months before you can start again. Outside, here in Canada.
Yeah. Okay. But you've got to be able to ration that oil for the whole year.
Just like you have to ration your bud.
Exactly. But unfortunately, a lot of people have a hard time with doing that.
Oil, it's
because
you've got the
they
oil.
do a
Oh,
crop,
that's a
they
nice
give it
glab.
out to their friends.
Yeah, exactly.
They go nuts.
It's like with mushrooms. I got a bag of mushrooms. Oh, can I have some? Sure. But, it is a product that people pay for. Oil, however, whatever product you're talking about. So,
See, I would, if I was Health Canada, I would actually change that you're allowed 4 plants that are in flower, or just make it 8 to 10 plants, one of the two.
Yeah.
For rec.
For at-home use.
Just
because honestly, I think you should be able to have fucking 20 plants in clone or veg.
If you've got the stamina to do 20 plants, you go right ahead. That's how I feel.
No, but when you're getting cuts and clones, like you want to take 15 or 20, make sure they all are viable and survive. Right? Am I correct, Darcy?
Yep.
Marcel?
My opinion, yes, I agree with that, Lenny. But my opinion is that it should be like tomatoes. If you're going to grow them and sell them, then you need a license.
Oh, selling them. Oh, yeah. No, but I'm just saying for your whole home grow yourself.
But you can grow as many tomatoes as you want. You're for your own use, right? But if you're going to start selling them commercially, then you should have a license for it. So your cannabis, if you consume 30 grams a day every day, or 3 grams of oil, for example, then you should be allowed to grow that many plants.
I think it should be easy to apply for it, and I don't think you need some doctor bullshit.
But I don't think you should have to apply.
I think you should be registered. See, that's where I disagree with you. Because most people growing 150 plants are not consuming all that. That's like, I just don't believe it.
And I think this is why they're looking at changing.
If they're not doing that, then what they can do is apply to have a license to be able to sell the access, get it tested, and then put it into the market.
Now, I heard back when they first started talking about making changes that this is something that they were looking at.
Isn't that what the whole farm gate thing is about, Marcel? Sorry about that, Al.
What's it called?
Do you remember years ago, Al, when I wrote the whole harmonized cannabis program?
Yep, I remember that.
That's basically what the idea was. Make it basically legal for legalized. Make it legal. Don't have it truly repealed. Repeal all the laws on cannabis. There are people that live in apartments that can't grow. All right. There's always going to be a need for the LPs and the dispensaries and everything else. There's a lot of people that are lazy, a lot of people that don't know or physically can't. Right. But if everybody grew, anybody that grew access could take it to one of the depots, for example, and it could be tested. They could be then paid whatever the going rate is, probably at that point $1 a gram.
I thought they were getting ready to initiate something like this already.
No, what they're trying to do is farm gate sales, which means the licensed producer will be able to sell from their door.
A licensed producer
I heard that.
as like a medical licensed producer, you mean?
Every licensed producer can be classified as a medical licensed producer if they have that medical sales license.
Basically, it's almost like a micro brewery. You can come in and try the beer and shit.
It's not going to involve your everyday medical cannabis patient with overgrow.
No.
It should, because they say if you've got overgrow, you've got to destroy it.
Right.
So why not put it into the system?
Well, this is what I've said from day one. Let those overages go into the legal market. They get tested. If they fail, they can be treated, E-beam radiation, whichever you want to use.
And used for oil.
All right, or used for concentrate, things like that, and they can be paid accordingly to what it's actually worth.
Just
from
like
depot.
fish or lobster.
Right. So
potatoes.
This would allow brokers to then farm it out onto the market for the licensed producers that want to use it, or farm it out to the micro producers that want to turn it into oils and extracts and things like that.
Yeah, it all sounds logical, but this is Canada, and they want to control everything.
And 10 years down the road.
There's no logic to
that
happens in Canada.
Yeah.
They want everybody with a tax number and this, that. So they'll never happen.
Oh, I know.
Do you still need a license? I know we talked about this last week. Do you still need a license to grow hemp?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Tobacco?
Nope.
But now, Marcel, are they
Grain?
some crazy new thing where you need like a thousand to get a hemp license, like 1,000 acres or something?
Yeah, 1,000 acres, and it can't be within so far of a school and crap like that.
Wow.
So you can't hire school kids?
You can hire whoever the hell you want. Kids don't have to say what they're doing. I mean, farmers hire kids to go and
kids have been used in farms forever.
Hey, I mean, how many friggin' hay bales did I throw as a teenager?
It's
right.
This is true. Or blueberries did you break, Marcel?
Yeah.
Fall into that 19 and older, Darcy.
Yeah, this is it.
Does hemp fall into that?
No.
Hemp doesn't, but cannabis does.
Cannabis does.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be 19 and older to work for us, right?
I knew you had to be 19 in order to work for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it applies to the hemp.
That's why my kid was itching for so long. Turned 19, so she could go and work for a licensed producer. How's that for a goal in life? I want to work for an LP. And then they get there and they love it.
That's good too.
It's like the dream job.
Honestly, as much as the shit that goes on and people like cannabis or LPs, like Truro, Canada, what are you fucking 60, 70 people working in the little town of Truro now?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
cool.
It's very cool, and everybody gets along, and we produce a very premium product. That's why I'm excited about hitting the market with
other stuff.
all of that new concentrate product.
You've been ringing the hash bell tonight, have you?
I've been smoking the hash. Well, I figure if I'm going to start bashing hash on I got to try it, right? So, I mean, I bashed the highway hash a long time ago because it was like total crap. So when I went into the liquor store tonight and I said, well, what hash do you have besides highway? And she said, well, we got lots of highways. She said, but this is the only other one we have left. And that was the OS Indica. So the original Stash Indica. They're sold out of their 50-50 blend, but their 50-50 blend's an extra $10. And it's the same amount of milligrams, but it's only 300 to 390 milligrams.
Interesting.
And that's their dry sift. So yeah, they got a premium price on their hybrid hash compared to their indica hash. But it's not bad hash. I mean, for dry sift hash, it's great. It's definitely not bubble hash. You can take a lighter of this and fluff it up. You take a lighter to bubble hash, it's going to melt on your fingers.
The bubble hash I've been getting, it's been soft enough that I'm rolling it out into a string and putting it in my doobie.
That's a nice way to do it.
And I really like it that way because when I put it out, and I usually end up with a little finger sticking out instead of fucking burn holes in my shirt.
Well, exactly, because if you take that bubble hash, you can't heat it up because it's not going to fluff up.
No, it just
like
gets sticky and shit.
It'll melt and stick to your fingers and stuff, and comes off in little balls, and those little balls are dropping fireballs from hell that burn all your clothes.
Uh-huh.
But if you put it if you roll it out into a very thin, long line,
a snake
for the length of your joint, roll your joint and you smoke it, it actually burns very even.
If I had some right now, I would turn my camera and do a demonstration.
I can't do it with this hash because it won't roll. It's not bubble hash.
I've had some blonde that did it. It came out really nice. It's probably a bubble, right?
Oh, I'm sure I've got bubble hash here.
But then I tried some Afghanistan and it wouldn't do it. It's Afghani. It just wouldn't. Just broke up.
Hash. That's really hard hash. That's a hard hash. What's that? That's rosin, which is also good in the joint.
Oh, Lenny.
What's up?
Dude,
Can't really hear you, Darce.
This fucking headset. 1 second, I'll be right. I don't understand. I got.
He wheeled away.
Yeah, you just sound a little echoey, Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't.
Wheeled away.
That's why he doesn't have his camera on, because he keeps wheeling away.
I'm just on my phone, FYI, just because I got back from the game and didn't want to turn off, come back on my laptop.
Don't blame me. Hey, do you see my background picture?
I see some crystal.
That's yours.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's not too bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you can't touch it, Len. Don't reach out and touch
No,
your
no,
phone.
I was trying to
making it
I was trying to see if I
bigger.
can make it bigger on my camera.
It's like, oh, let me touch it.
No,
Is it
no,
sticky?
I'm trying to see if I can make it bigger. It didn't work. I don't know what I can make bigger on the iPhone or not.
You know, okay, so I have a question for anybody who can help me. How do I make a screen capture? I don't know how.
On your phone?
On my
actually
iPhone.
I do know how to do that one, but it depends on which phone model you have.
I have an SE, a 6 SE.
It's either is there a home button on it?
Yeah. Do you hold it down?
The home button and your power button at the same time.
Oh, let's try. Yeah, thanks, Len. Yeah,
I'm not the greatest techie in the world, but I know how to do that.
And I am. I don't know nothing about the fucking thing. Fuck's sake.
No, so how is it? Not much amber in my sour jack, is there?
No,
Marcel?
no, not
Which
at all.
which was intentional.
Right.
It makes some beautiful rosin, though.
Oh, did you make me some?
I squished some.
No, I think he made him some.
I like that.
I did squish some.
Yeah. So am I supposed to give you some more so I can get some squish for me?
No, you can have some of this one. Holy, I'm not going to smoke the whole gram.
You're probably looking at a 1 or 2% amber, which is awesome.
Well, as I say, I went with I don't know, is it a myth or not? Early take down that more energetic feel and
Yep.
Yeah,
because higher THC. So when you start harvesting the plant, if you harvest it really early, where all of the glandular heads are clear, you've got more CBG and
you want them just.
CBD.
I was looking just to start turning them all milky,
yeah. So that's where you get your highest point of THC.
and I didn't want any amber.
Right. Once the amber starts is when the CBN starts, and that's what puts you to sleep.
Yeah, and I didn't want that, so I intentionally wanted that energetic sativa effect.
How long does it take?
When I harvest is when you just harvested that. Yeah. That's how I harvest mine.
How long does it take for a plant bud to degrade to the point where it's mostly CBN?
It could be days.
Really?
Yeah.
Just leaving it out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah, like
if you want very sedative cannabis,
leave your bud out.
Leave your bud out for a week or two longer, and wait until all of the crystal heads are amber before you harvest it.
Did not know that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's actually a question that came to me on the shitter this morning.
Oh, well, I'm glad we could
so
help your
like
movement.
I say, like I learned from these guys. I got a little microscope and I grabbed a little bud. And
yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, everything was cloudy." And I think I saw one head start to turn orange. I was like, "Fucking cut the son of a bitch down."
Yeah, that's when I do it. As soon as I see one, it's time to go.
I'm gonna get a little telescope thingy that you hook to your computer up. I think.
I
connects to my phone.
One of the kids for Christmas gave me a wireless one that connects to my phone.
Well, yeah, there's also you can get lens packs that are really cool, and they're not that expensive.
Yeah, I haven't tried those, but that's the picture
I've seen them with Zeiss lenses on them, dude.
Yeah, the picture that my background picture there is using the wireless one.
Really?
Yeah.
And how much is that? How much is that?
I have no idea. It was a gift.
Well, would you ask?
No, I don't ask.
Then tell them to ask. Ask Chrissy to tell me how much it is.
She didn't get it for me. It's one of the kids that got it.
Well, ask your kid to tell me then, or to tell Chrissy.
Okay.
Or...
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll find them and then I'll just
I know
selling them for an extra $20.
I know you could just tell me the model number and I could go find out for myself.
No, you can buy one from me for an extra $20.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to start getting into mail order money.
Yeah,
business
I'll get right into that.
Yeah, I'll got something to supplement his income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
COVID. It's expensive.
Yeah, COVID's expensive. I'm smoking more weed. COVID's expensive. I'm home all the time.
I'd like to say I'm smoking more weed, but no, that hasn't changed.
No, I mean, I'm home. When I'm home all the time, I'm a fucking chimney.
Well, I smoke less at work. I mean, I make up for it.
If I was when I'm out,
two joints at a time when I go out, but
I take my Shatterizer with me. Usually, I don't like to even have weed on me when I'm out. So,
what was that, Darcy?
I said I know it's 2 joints at a time.
Darcy doesn't like the wintertime because he's just kind of sitting around and you can't.
He has to go outside.
Stomp his feet and warm up.
He has to go outside to smoke.
Everybody goes outside.
They don't have a smoking room for you.
You can't have a smoking room.
You don't have a smoking tent with heat.
You can't have a smoking room. You can have a gazebo type thing set up, but you can't have like a dedicated room in your building for smoking.
Yeah.
You can have a shelter on the outside of your building for smoking.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, like you have a designated smoking area.
Yeah, it's beside the dumpsters or the
picnic table. Back behind the dumpsters.
So trust me, wherever it is, it's going to be fucking windy and cold.
Yeah. Do you guys got a lot of snow right now?
We had a big storm Monday.
I heard.
We got a big storm, and then we got freezing cold temperatures, so now the snow's staying.
Or was it Tuesday?
Monday. It was Monday.
It was Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday, and nobody could go to work.
Oh, yeah. I was, me and Corey got there.
Yeah. But you drive monster trucks, and you dropped your wife off on the way.
Yes.
Yeah. I read Facebook too, you know.
I know. I got that fucking truck, and I was like, worth every fucking penny on Monday.
Yeah, that's good.
It really was.
It was a good dumping of snow over a very short period of time.
I would say for Truro area, like, I don't know if Al knows what I mean when I say White Wand, but
no,
it was most snow I'd say we had since White Wand that I saw one time, at least in Truro.
Okay.
White Wand was
White Wand was like 80 centimeters or something like that.
I grew up in Toronto in the 60s, right? So I mean, we know snow. We don't know it now, but I mean, I can remember 12-foot high snow drifts sitting in front of my house. You know, having to go out and shovel that out of the way. You know,
I have pictures from the 80s of kids sliding off the roof of one duplex across the street and halfway up the side of the next one.
Exactly.
Because but that was in PEI, so it's nothing but wind and snow drifts to begin with.
We used to go to the Riverdale Park, but to the east side, on the other side of the highway, where there was no trees and stuff to go down the hill, and then they put trees on it so people wouldn't go down the hill. And then with COVID, last beginning of of winter, they started ticketing people for using the hill. Now they've opened up the other side to public snow sledding, public sledding.
Hilling.
Yeah.
Never heard that one before.
What?
Sledding?
No, hilling.
Hilling. Public hilling.
Hilling?
Hilling. No,
that's a stupid fucking name. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do you know what we're not going to be talking about tonight?
What?
How to do your mushrooms.
We'll do them next time. We got lots of time to do mushrooms. I'm ready to go. I have to pee.
And on that note, we're staying an extra 25 minutes. Darcy, I have questions about deepwater culture.
There you go. Yeah, but you have to come closer to your microphone to do that.
I know we talked about deepwater culture like last week or 2 weeks ago or something.
But Darcy wanted to talk about deepwater. I know why Darcy wants to talk about deepwater culture. We're talking about it all friggin' morning.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it was fresh in his mind because he ate gummies.
I ate 3 gummies and 2 of them little chocolates and a ball.
Oh, you're gonna have a good fucking sleep.
And now I look like a pirate.
I wish I could eat all that, man.
You should turn your camera on because we're about to leave. And
it is on.
Well, then you should move to your camera. And
You mean take that picture? You mean take that picture out of there?
Yeah, they want to see you.
People want to see your pirate look.
Pirate look.
You're the one that calls yourself a pirate.
Well, because I can feel my left eye. It twitches really bad. Yeah.
You look the same as any other
he's
time.
He's winking
I've
at
seen
everybody.
No, it just does that.
So with all of this,
damn thing all night.
Before I forget, before we go, when we're done, please hang back for a second, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I do have a question though, and this is more towards the political correctness side because I've been wondering about this recently, and I don't want to say it, and then you always need to say it, but with cannabis legalized, can we still say Chinese eyes?
I don't think we're allowed to say things like that anymore.
See, that's what I'm wondering. Is it politically
Not politically correct?
That sucks because Darcy's got the bad case of one right now.
I do this one.
Got crystal in it?
Now
No.
I've had all these debates, and like they're like to me, and this is, I have a feel like there's a difference between stereotype and racism. Because what you just said there, Marcel, is there's no question there is an Asian person's eyes have a certain shape.
Right. It's a stereotype.
But when you say it that way, you're not saying it as part of hate or diminishing them. It's just like anyway, like you won't see a Bugs Bunny cartoon where he pretends to be Asian.
Exactly. And you know what?
It's all off the air. They'll never do that stuff anymore.
I've been watching Tubi. It's an app that you can watch stuff on like Netflix, but it's free.
Yeah.
And there's a dozen or so Dean Martin roasts. And you want to talk racism, dude? You get Don Rickles up there absolutely calling Sammy Davis Jr. flat out on air a nigger. But in a joking sense.
Yeah.
You know, like they were allowed, and I watched that and I'm like, today, that wouldn't fly.
Yeah.
Today there would be a riot.
Rappers are allowed to do it, apparently.
Well, yeah. Apparently.
Rappers can do it. It's their
No,
word.
but
you know, like, and I don't like that word. It shouldn't be used in. I grew up.
No, I think
it shouldn't be used. It shouldn't be used by either side.
It shouldn't. It just shouldn't be used. It's a word. It's like calling a Jewish person a kike. You don't use it.
Yeah, no, those words were always about hate.
There were words.
That's what I'm saying. That's racist.
There were words.
Can you explain?
That's racism. Yes.
Can you explain kike to me?
No.
Yeah, I don't even know what that even meant.
No. Google it.
Me either.
Google
I've
it.
never really. Okay.
But Al,
Google it.
I have a good
I
question
only
for
heard it
you.
in the movie Porky's, to be honest. That's the only first time I ever heard that word.
I always grew up, my grandfather, because I used to help him garden, he always used to say, don't be a Jew and put some manure in that garden.
Yeah, and that's stereotyping, but that's something that an older generation has done all their lives. That's different. You know, when you're inbred stuff like that on purpose, there's a big difference.
Yeah, when it's done in a hateful connotation.
But Marcel's comments,
I don't know the meaning, to be honest.
It's a shape or a description.
It's something that my first person I punched in the nose called me a kike in the schoolyard. I grew up.
Do you know what? After reading the definition, I don't fucking blame you.
I don't fucking blame you.
Because you should have kicked him in the nuts too.
Oh, I got in a lot of trouble.
Is it a definition you can read? I don't even know what it is.
No, it very is. It's a Jewish racial slur, and it's the equivalent of chink for a Chinese person or nigger for a black person.
Exactly.
But whoever came up with the name, like, what's the origin of it?
I don't know. I'm going to see.
Okay. We'll take it one step further. When you're having
not that we should probably promoting or talking about this.
When you're having a conversation with an Orthodox Jewish person, okay, they would call you guys, because you're not Jewish, goys. Okay,
goys.
A goy. Yes.
Is that a bad thing?
Google it. Okay.
I will in a second because I just Googled the kike word origin.
But in the same
early 20th
instance,
century of unknown origin.
In the same instance, a fellow Orthodox Jewish person, a Hasidic person, would call another Jewish person a Yid, a Yiddish person, not a Jew, but a Yiddish person.
Okay, one moment here.
I rented an apartment. Funny enough, I rented in my 20s. I rented an apartment in the basement of a Hasidic home, which is an ultra Orthodox Jewish home. It was an interesting.
The definition of a goy is a term for a Gentile or
Yes.
a non-Jew.
Yes.
But it doesn't say that it has any
Negative meaning?
negative or racial connotation.
No, it's just a way.
A non-Jewish person.
It's a description of a non-Jewish person. It's something that group of people have come, just like we call people of color black people. It's just the same thing.
Right, but I could see people that don't know what that means taking that as being a racial slur from a Jewish person.
Yeah.
Because of just ignorance.
Or insulting, anyways.
Yeah, or insulting, yeah. And it's not insulting, it's just that, well, you're not Jewish, so you're a goy.
That's right.
Now my favorite, I guess this is racist, but it's kind of, I was always a big fan of Speedy Gonzalez.
Andale.
Yeah, but you don't remember his cousin Slowpoke?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Slowpoke was just fucking high, wasn't he?
Yep, see?
Here's something that, okay, we're going to wrap this up, but something that we should talk about maybe next week is all the drug culture in, like, I'm 57. I've been around for that whole drug culture thing, okay? And now here we are and it's legal. It's an interesting conversation to have with different generations. We should get somebody that's in their 20s on the show. Do you know what I mean? Just to see the difference in...
Well,
I got one.
Fucking millennials.
But you know what's interesting, though? Like, I know a couple of my neighborhood, like, they're 21, 22, and they're just over a couple houses over. Good kids, good boys, twins, and they love pot. They're going to college, good parents. But they have big bongs out in their back deck. They're not drinking beer, and they work, they play basketball, and I think some of the generations just kind of cluing in. It's like, fucking alcohol's harsh. Yeah. Cannabis a little easier.
Hell of a lot easier on you the next morning.
I told David, my pal David, that he went back to school this week, right, on Monday. And so I said, make sure you keep your mask on and always keep your alcohol with you. Now, if my mom said that to me back in the 70s, I would have been happy as a pig in shit, I tell you.
Yeah, she's had that quarter vodka.
Hey, Lenny.
Seriously, the only times high school kids should be taking their masks off is when they're smoking their joints.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's because...
No, he doesn't. I've offered.
Alcohol.
He doesn't do it.
You get drunk on alcohol and you end up pissing all over yourself. You never do that when you're high.
No.
I've
really
gotten so high I couldn't get up off the couch before. I haven't pissed myself, but yeah.
I have a 17-year-old daughter, and obviously they have friends, and I have other friends. It's actually socially acceptable for their parents to allow them to have a few beers and drinks with their friends. But could you imagine if, go have a joint? Holy fuck! Would the world fucking lose its shit?
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Okay, Len. Yeah. Somebody who works, I mean, you're a professional in the medical profession. You're a licensed pharmacist, so you have, of course, you have things that you have to watch what you do. Obviously, just for perception mostly, right?
100%.
Now, in your professional opinion, do you like, for instance, I know a lot of people that work in the legal cannabis industry that do not talk about pot around their kids. They don't know what it is. They're in their teen years or whatever. I mean, kids that I grew up with, they grew up around it. Do you talk openly about it? Do they know that you're in the business? Your kids?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have.
They must think that's really cool.
They see my tents.
You're like super dad. My dad grows weed, man.
Oh no, their friends come over. They show my weed tents to their friends.
Yeah.
The only thing I probably don't do, and I don't really smoke in front of them.
Yeah, we
they smell it. Like I have a bong in my bathroom off my room, and at night sometimes I want to take a hit so I can go to sleep. Like
the kids
they
are
smell
old
it.
enough
They
to know.
They know I take
exactly.
it.
We don't let the youngin' David in. I don't like to have him in the same room when I'm smoking, but sometimes it happens. You know,
yeah, but to be honest,
they come into the room. Nan, Mom, hey, Mom, Dad, you know, they want to get the secondhand buzz, right? And call me an asshole, call me whatever you want, but all kids are the same. I was the same way. I walked into the room, I smelled pot in the house. Mom, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, my kids do that. They'll come in but I don't really smoke in front of them. But honestly, now that they're old, when they were younger, I used to drink a lot.
I go ahead.
But I would be drunk when they were toddlers.
Yeah.
I won't. I'm not. I'm never. I don't. Well, I don't really drink that much anyway. But where they're at that kind of impressionable age, yeah. I don't get drunk in front of them now.
I don't even get drunk anymore.
I really
glass
don't
of scotch.
Drink.
That was it. I'm good for the
I
night.
really don't drink anymore. Like once in a while, a couple friends of mine that I've known for years, they're not into pot, and I will go over and have a few drinks. But I don't listen. I'd be staggering.
But it's because they're not into pot. The only reason you don't drink is because you have cannabis.
Yeah, but again, I'll go over and have a couple whiskeys. But
yeah,
it used to be a lot more whiskey a long time ago.
I agree with that, Len. On a closing note, I agree with that because, you know, I love the taste of a cold Ryan Coke. Love it.
Oh, listen.
Okay, and it's totally good. And really,
but I know, let me finish.
Alcohol,
I know that if I have
medicinally
5 or 6 of those, I'm going to be fucked up and I'm going to be in big trouble. I can't do that anymore. I'd rather have a glass of Coke and a joint. Do you know what I mean?
But for me, I just find I'm at the age of my world that I find the wind down. Like I was never like, have that 1 or 2 drinks a night to wind down.
Yeah,
I use alcohol to fucking ramp the fuck up. To be honest.
Yeah.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should end the show because we're way over.
What time is it?
10 after.
Almost.
Oh, yep. Al's got to pee as well.
And I got to pee, and I want to have a moment before we go, so we're going to say goodbye.
And I gotta have a joint when we're done.
And it's the 420 Radio Show. Join us every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We broadcast on Facebook. But if you want to hear our podcast, it'll be available shortly on and wherever you can get podcasts. Just look up the 420 Radio Show. And we'll be back next week.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Everybody
Take care,
on
guys.
Facebook.
Yep.
Hey, Lenny, is that a joint I rolled?
All right, here we go.
No, that's Lenny's joint.
Bye-bye. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
The girl of your
Thanks
dreams
for
is
listening.
going to
Have a
be
good
in
night.
some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit! Get the point. Good.
And now? Bend over.
Y'all ready for this? Get it down. Get it down. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.